So in this video, I'm going to go through some of the things that we should be thinking about when things go wrong. When you're running an agency, it's not always sweetness and light. It's not always milk and honey. There are going to be times when things look a bit dicey, things look a bit shaky. Usually when we look forward to the next month, this is a warning sign. Revenue, people, profits. It looks like our revenue is not enough to cover our people costs, and our losses are going to mount up. This is, if you've got the right processes in place to measure the revenue forecast for the next 3 months, then we'll get early warning signs that things aren't as they should be. What do we do? So we've got a number of things. First obvious one is, do we have flexible resource? Do we have freelancers that we can scale back to reduce our people costs because we don't have the activity for them? So in this example, we've got 15% of freelancers. 15% of our revenue is going towards paying for freelancers. If our revenue drops down, then we should peel back our freelancers to the very minimum, ideally to zero. It could be that some of them are working on longer term projects, and that causes a problem. But obviously, if that's not the case, then pull back. Can we reduce overheads? There may be some discretionary overheads in there that we can put on hold and reduce our ongoing costs. So freelancers, overheads. That gives us a lean run rate. So we've got our staff in there and we've got our basic overheads, and we've either got zero or the minimum amount of freelancers that we have to have in the business. So we know what the revenue that we need to achieve to be able to break even at a lean run rate. It's an important number because this is where cash comes into play. How much cash do we have? Cash divided by the lean run rate gives us a number of months cash buffer that we have. So in the previous example, our lean run rate is 65,000. If we have 130,000, we've got 2 months. If we have 195,000, we have 3 months. And obviously, the more cash we have, the more time we have to make decisions. And that's important when we're thinking about what we do next. How quickly do we have to do something? So look, now that we've got a lean run rate, we can look forward to the next quarter and see what our profit the next month is going to be, what our loss on a lean run rate is going to be. And as you can see, that builds up, but actually has minimized the losses over the next 3 months and reduce them. That buy us more time. Cash plus lean run rate gives us more time. And then naturally we think about the pipeline. Will the pipeline rescue us? Will there be something that we're talking to a potential opportunity, a potential client about that will make up the revenue gap, that will find the £25,000 worth of revenue to break even in month 2? Now, it could be a negotiation, it could be a pitch stage, it could be a proposal. And I'm always wary about the idea of something in the pipeline rescuing us. So you'll know the types of conversations that are going on, you know how confident you feel about the pipeline, but the further away it is in terms of proposals and pitches, the longer it will be before help can arrive. So it doesn't mean that we don't do nothing, shouldn't mean we don't do anything at all, but it has to be seen in the round. Lean run rate, cash, pipeline. And then, unfortunately, we're going to have to think about an important part of the plan B is the core team. Depending on the speed with which you have to act, the amount of cash you have, and the pipeline that you have, then if those are negative, i.e., we don't have much in the pipeline, we don't have as much cash as we like, that means this decision about reducing your core team down comes a little bit quicker. If we have more cash, more in the pipeline, then this could be almost an academic exercise, but always be thinking about what we'd have to do if we aren't able to replace that revenue to get us up to a profit. So plan B, when things go wrong, forecast is a trigger. You've got to have a forecast into the next quarter. Cash buffer gives you a time frame, gives you time to think, time to plan. Lean run rate is an easy fallback to make sure that we reduce the discretionary costs down in terms of resource, freelancers, and overheads. Pipeline could be the solution, has to be the focus, and the core team is the last resort, because we don't want to lose people. We don't want to reduce our capacity for hopefully when the pipeline comes through, and then we'll have nobody to do it. So there's a lot to juggle there. If you need any help putting your plan B together, then I'm a specialist agency CFO. It's the only thing I do. If you would like some help figuring out what your plan B should be, drop me a line. Bye for now.